When we went to Accelerate Jamshedpur a couple of years back, that was the first KYC episode that we were shooting literally from a campus. And today we have another Accelerate campus in store for you. But unfortunately, it has to be from the confines of our homes. Be rest assured that we will try and give you the flavor of our KYCs as much as we can through this conversation that we are going to have in this episode of KYC about XLRI NCR. Hi, John. Thank you very much for joining us today for this episode of KYC.
Hi, Paul. Pleasure to be here.
Tell me a bit about this campus. Why did the XLRI think that they needed another campus in the NCR region, and a bit of history about this particular campus that we talk about?
Yeah, so XLRI Delhi NCR, as you know, we are one of the youngest B schools in the country with the legacy of the oldest B school in the country. And XLRI has the vision of two campuses, one XLRI. And the reason that XLRI decided to expand into the NCR region was to tap into the proximity to Delhi, Gurgaon, which is the commercial hub of the country, and to make use of the vast alumni network that we have, and to make use of the central location that is afforded to us by being present in the national capital region. So our campus is a 36-acre campus, and we have an integrated academic and administration block. We have the hostel block and also two MDP blocks, which we host executive programs, and if recruiters do come to campus, they stay in the MDP building.
So tell me a little bit about the kind of facilities that this particular campus provides.
We have 8 fully air-conditioned classrooms. We have 490 hostel rooms. We also have a library that spans 3 floors, which has both offline and online resources. And as for our IT infrastructure and learning portal, we share it with XLRI Jamshedpur. When it comes to the holistic development and the campus life, I'd like to point out that XLRI is an entirely student-run campus. The student body at Jamshedpur is headed by the General Secretary at Jamshedpur. I am the Joint General Secretary at XLRI Delhi NCR, and I head the Student Affairs Council at XLRI Delhi. We've had over 150 events so far on the Delhi campus, both online and offline. And other than that, you have quizzes that take place, you have corporate case competitions that you take part in, and also your academics. You have case studies for which you sit down with your peers. And now that our campus is open, we have physical discussions, otherwise they are online. So you always have something or the other to do. And in addition to this, we also have Bodhi Tree, which is our musical band. So they keep jamming in regular intervals, and then you can go just sit there, have a sing along. And we also have lots of sports facilities on our campus. We have a sports contingent that plays 11 sports, and we have facilities for all these sports on campus. So it's a very engaging campus life, and there's never a moment to spare.
Right, and the flagship events that XLRI Jamshedpur is known for, is it going to come to NCR as well?
Yeah, so speaking about the committees, we have the exact same committee structure as Jamshedpur on the Delhi campus. So the committees can choose to conduct individual independent events on either campus, but they also can collaborate together and conduct one event across campuses. So we have both cross campus events and events that are specific to the Delhi campus. We have participated and conducted and hosted these cross-campus events online, and then we've had flagship events happen offline in the Delhi campus as well. And we have our headline fest, which is Nova XLRO, and the launch event Aurora happened in November. The fest Nova XLRO is due to happen in March this year. So this is a management themed fest, complete with pro shows, panel discussions, and all everything you would expect from a fest that happens in a top B school.
John, I would like to know a little bit now about the courses that's there. We all know that XLRI Jamshedpur is known for its HR course that's there and the BM course that is being run there. What are the programs that Accelerate NCR is offering right now, and as you mentioned, the batch size, is there plan to extend that batch size further?
So at Accelerate Delhi NCR, currently we have just one course that is being offered, which is Accelerate's flagship business management course. The curriculum for the same is exactly that of Accelerate Jamshedpur's BM program. And as of now, we have a strength of 120. We do have the infrastructure to expand in future, but it is set to remain 120 for at least the near future. Fee structure for both campuses is again the same. It's about 27 lakhs for both, the course fees as well as the hostel fees combined.
When we talk about Accelerate Jamshedpur, we have all heard stories of Accelerate Jamshedpur and the legacy that it has. When it comes to Accelerate NCR, it's a very new campus, I know, but is there a USP of this particular campus that tells you that, this is the campus to be?
Yeah, so some of the things that come to mind for me is we have the same curriculum as Jamshedpur, we have the same faculty, but what we have at Delhi is we have a smaller batch size and we have one hostel block. So you have a very close knit community at Accelerate Delhi NCR, and despite being one of the newest B schools in the country, you have a legacy that is 70 plus years old, a very well documented, very well formulated success story that is Jamshedpur, and those traditions, that culture has been handed to us on a plate. If you look at the events that we have conducted, if you look at the placements and the way that the college is run, we have not faced the hiccups that a new institute generally faces. We have hit the ground running, and the culture that Accelerate has, that has proven successful over the years, the brilliant minds that have made Accelerate what it is.
Right. You bring the faculty, and that was going to be my next question. I was about to ask you the kind of faculty-student relationship that you guys have on campus, and how much of a benefit it is to get that pool of talent, to get that pool of faculty members that already have taught for years in Accelerate Jamshedpur campus.
So we have a shared faculty pool with Jamshedpur, and for many courses we've had the exact same faculty that teaches Jamshedpur and Delhi at the same time, and this was made possible and easy because we had classes on the online mode. And even when it was due to shift offline, we had our academic office schedule courses in such a way that faculty comes to Delhi, teaches us 4-5 lectures, and then travels back to Jamshedpur and then takes 4-5 lectures there. So we also have Gyan sessions conducted by the senior academic committee where they tell us what the USP of each faculty is and what you can gain out of each faculty's course and how each faculty's approach is. So those things help us make the most of these classes and gain a lot of knowledge from each professor's unique teaching style. And these are things that happen generation after generation at Excel, and you know exactly what to look for when you go and sit in a class.
Along with your peer members that you get to interact with in both the campuses, that happens, there's a huge pool of alumni network that is also there, that you are part of. So what is that connect like? Do you get to meet these alumni members from different companies from different parts of the world where they come from? Do you get to interact with them? What is the kind of programs that you are running at your particular institute to make it a better experience for the students?
Yeah, so this is also one of our USPs. Excel probably has one of the most vast and well-connected alumni networks in the country. And these alumni have been very supportive of the new campus. And being situated in Delhi NCR, we are very accessible to Delhi, to Gurgaon, and we have had many alumni come down to campus, visit, conduct sessions, and we've had alumni just come in and have conversations with us, tell us what Excel was like back in their time. And those connects, I think, have proved very useful, and alumni support has also been invaluable to us in helping us build industry relationships or during placements. So in that way, I think we have the best deal. So despite being a new B school, we have one of the oldest alumni networks in the country, and that has really helped accelerate the growth of the Delhi campus.
So is there any student exchange program or immersion programs that the XLRI Delhi NCR campus is offering right now, or is it something that will happen eventually?
While I mentioned committees, I mentioned that there are a few committees that operate cross campus, and one of them is the Committee for International Student Exchange, ISEP. So what happens is at the end of the first year, you get to apply to the exchange program, and if you're selected, you get to spend one trimester in one of these B schools abroad. So last year we had 7 students who participated in the exchange program, out of whom 6 actually went to these B schools, including EM Lyon, IASCG Paris, Soulbridge in Korea, and Neoma. And one of these students had a virtual exchange program.
John, this brings me to the most important and looked after and sought after section of this particular episode, or the property, I would say, which is the kind of moolah that you're going to make, right? Being the campus, which is in its very first stages, what are the kind of companies that you guys have attracted? What are the kind of roles that this campus has offered to students, and what is the in general sense of the salary and the packages that is looking at?
Yeah, so I'll run you through how our placement process happens. So the placement committee is one team across both campuses with representation from both campuses. So the placement process happened online for the last couple of years, which is since the Delhi NCR campus started. And we have had a common placement process with the same procedures. Companies come in and then you apply to these companies. If shortlisted, you get to sit in their interviews. So we have attracted many top companies. If you look at consulting, we have had Accenture Strategy, PwC, Deloitte, FMCGs like Dabur, ITC, Mondelez, HUL, and also e-commerce giants such as Amazon, Flipkart, and then companies like Microsoft as well. And Delhi campus students have interned or received final placement offers in these companies. And speaking of the average, the summer internship average for the year 2021, that is for the 21-23 batch, was 1.12 lakhs per month. The final placement average, that is for the outgoing 2022 batch, was 27.58 lakhs per annum. And we also had a highest package of 49 lakhs, which was received by 4 students.
John, thank you very much, for giving us these information, these nuggets about this very new campus that you guys have been part of. I hope that we would have done this, looking at the campus, going to the nooks and corners, understanding how the student life actually is on that particular campus, and get this information. But nonetheless, I think you have given us a picture of this particular institute, and I'm sure that's going to help people make that decision and go through this and understand what XLRI NCR campus stands for. Thank you very much once again. If you want to know more about this particular institute, there's a link in the description given. Go check that out, and do tell us in the comments below how you liked the video and what you want us to do next. Thank you very much.